Hello Capricorn, thank you for tuning in to your general read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Thelema, or Thelema, depending on which way you want to pronounce it. It means will or intention, I believe. It's from that base language that I cannot remember the name of. There's a person that sent forth an email with the link to kick me in the butt to go, and thank you for that person. Actually can't, that name just fell out of my head too, so I apologize for that. I mentioned it in a different video, I know I did. Renata Lechner is the creator of this tarot, and Lucy Cavendish created the magical spell cards. I'm going to be using those as the supportive oracle cards. There's a lot of fun with this reading already. I'm feeling a lot of fun, like I want to have fun. And I'm wondering if that's you or what is going on here, because it's feeling like there's a lot of fun going on here. Okay, well, we'll find out in a second. The bottom card is the Four of Swords. Maybe we need more fun? Maybe we need more fun. Maybe we need more fun. I'm feeling like there needs to be more fun. I'm feeling like I want to have fun. I really am having this weird feeling. Like all of a sudden, as soon as I started shuffling for Capricorn, I wanted to be silly and fun and have a good time. And then you got these cards here, which aren't that bad, but I'm getting like fun is needed. It feels really strong to me. Because the Four of Swords here is, I feel like there's a lot of contemplation on the other side, and I'm getting the hard time is on the other side. There needs to be more fun here. There needs to be more fun here. This can be better. This can be better. Because when you're coming into the situation, you have the Queen of Pentacles. When it comes to Capricorn, don't get caught up in the gender. I say that all the time with general reads especially, but I don't even hold to them on personal reads, to be honest with you. I feel what's coming through. But the point is, this is something you've been nurturing, you've been dedicated to. Things are staying on the same path. It seems things are on track. They feel very much on track. But I'm getting where you are on the other side of this situation. You have the Two of Pentacles. Now I'm getting what you're seeing here is you're aware. You're seeing the other side as discontent. I'm getting that. I feel like you are connecting with that. You see it and you want to fix it. But you do have the thought, like, I do want to make this better. I want to, like, bring in some more life to this. I do feel like you're open to having some fun. But you're like, I don't want it to put things off track. I'd like things to stay on track and have some fun. Is that true? Okay. Now I'm noticing that fun energy was there. And I'm still feeling the need for it, but I'm not feeling the fun. I'm not feeling the fun right now, which I don't know how that sounds, but I don't want to joke. I don't want to have fun. I don't want to jump around, but I'm feeling like it needs to be here still. Because I'm getting like you're thinking about it, but I don't see you pulling it in. I'm seeing you're staying on track. You're doing what needs to be done. You're thinking about it. You're weighing it out. How do I bring more fun into this while keeping it on track? But I don't see fun coming into the situation. And I feel like you're seeing the other side of this situation. Like you already knew that they were kind of discontent. But I'm getting that's getting worse. And it's almost like the other side is feeling very imprisoned in the situation. And they're not liking it. And you can see that they want to escape from it. They want to detach from it. If there was a way they could, they would. They're not happy. You can see the other side is not happy because to them it's becoming monotonous. Now, how that affects you is the Two of Swords. You went from the Two of Pentacles to the Two of Swords. You're seeing how it's really straining this other person. It feels like a person. It could be more than one, but I'm going to center on the one person. If it is more than one, go with that. But I'm getting it. It's bothering you because you're seeing like this is not like you don't want this person to feel so held down. And you're realizing like this isn't good. We have to do something. We have to shake this up. I'm getting at this moment you seem to be changing your thought in the sense of like If it gets a little behind, then it gets a little behind, but you're seeing like the other person, and it could be a group, like I said, but I'm going to go with the person. The other person seems to be in like a little bit of anguish there because they're feeling really like they're just stuck in the situation, and they're just kind of like they're breaking rocks in a prison. Like it's just, they're not enjoying it. They're not seeing the point of it at this point. They're just feeling like they have to do it and they have no choice. And you're at this point where you're just like, if it gets behind, then it gets behind, but we have to get this, we have to get some fun in this. We have to get some joy here, because you're like, this person needs a moment to breathe. You're looking at it like this person needs a moment to breathe. They really need that. And you're connecting with that. So in between you and this other person, you do bring in some fun. You do lighten the mood. You do bring in a break. And you got the star card here. Now it lightens the mood. It lightens the mood. It brings in a breath of fresh air. Okay, so that's good. That's good. Now, I'm getting, you're doing this to relieve stress for this other person. And I'm getting like, you're feeling like this, you're looking back like this was a good decision. And you're feeling a lot better about this. You're feeling like they're doing a lot better. And it did relieve stress. See, I do feel like this is a good thing. You're feeling better about it. You're looking back. You're thinking, you know what? I'm off track a little bit. We're off track a little bit. But this was best for this situation. It's okay to be off track because where this was going, it was necessary. So if it's off track a little bit, then so be it. But this was necessary. And you're feeling good about it. Like, I'm getting the healing here. Like, this is good for you and for them. You kind of grew a little bit by, like, stepping off from the schedule. They grew a little bit because they needed to have that breath of fresh air. Now, what you need to know, though, about while you're feeling this, the other side is feeling a little... See, like, that was very necessary. It's very important. It's very good. But I feel like there's some sadness or guilt on the other side because they know that they're off track now, and they're just like, oh no, like oh no, I'm off track. Like, I'm getting like that's what's going on here. Like, it's not lost. 5 of Cups situation is not lost, but because they know they're off track now, they feel a little bit held down by it. Not held down. I don't want to use that. Guilty feels more like the word. Like, they feel like they've done something wrong because they're a little off track, and they're like trying to think of ways to get back on track. And I feel like you can work with them to get back on track. That moment is very important, though. You were very right. I feel like that's the biggest thing with this whole reading. This moment of reprieve, very important. This person needed this breath of fresh air. They needed it. It was very important. You were right. But once you realize, I feel like once you realize that they're feeling like, oh, I'm off track, oh no, like there's like a guilt feeling with it. You work with this person with the Knight of Swords, and you bring this back into harmony. That moment is so important because there's a moment here where you catch up. There's a catch-up moment, and that's fine. The Knight of Swords is you working with this person. You're talking it out. You're helping them get back on track. And the harmony is here. The harmony is created because you had this break. You took this break. It made things better, because that's what I feel like this is. And then you helped them get back on track. So they got some relief from the stress, and they got back on track with your help. That's the harmony. Because they're doing a lot better. And I feel like this is kind of like a breath of fresh air in another way. Like, they're very motivated to keep going and to stay on track. But they needed this reference for a couple reasons. They needed it, because they needed a moment to relax. They did. But they also needed to see, like, why they need to stay engaged with it. I just feel like it's helping them go longer. It's helping them go farther. Because I'm getting, like, there's a difference of opinion going forward. Like, they might want to try to get ahead of the game a little bit so they can afford some time like this and take this, next time they take this time, they're just going to be using that extra time. They got ahead a bit, and the next time they want to have some fun, they can do that, but then they're still on track because they were ahead, if that makes sense. Because I feel like they're looking at it differently, and I feel like you're helping them realize how to do things a little differently. I don't know if you're one to really get ahead of things like that. I feel like you like things on track. That's more important. But you're realizing like you're helping this person develop this mental thought. Because I feel like they're going that way. Like in the future, I feel like they want to get ahead so that way they can take these moments and have a moment or a breath of fresh air and still be on schedule instead of like taking a moment to have a breath of fresh air and then having to catch up. I feel like that's where this is going in the future because it's important to have these breaths of fresh air. It's important. I also feel like they're going to somehow learn how, like, maybe being so stringent with a schedule or something like that, or the way they plan things, I feel like that's going to evolve too. Because I feel like you might be better with that, with, like, there's a certain amount of work that needs to be done, but you know yourself how much work you can do and how much enjoyment you have to plan in there too to make sure you're happy. And their balance for that is different than yours. And they're realizing that they have to plan things accordingly for them to be happy. And they can work with you on this. This seems like, I feel like this is an evolution of a situation because they're seeing that you're very, very open to some downtime. Like you understand that that's important. And I feel like this is changing how they're viewing you and the whole situation. Did this make sense? I feel like I'm very caught up in this end part. So, because I'm getting the whole thing is about you realizing this person needs a minute to breathe. You kind of wait until they're really like, oh, I can't do it anymore. You do take this moment. It was the right idea. Then you're helping them catch up. Then that's where their mind is evolving because they're realizing I have to make sure I have this in place so I can use this in the future. I think this worked out. All right, I'm going to let that be because I think we got where we needed to go with it. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.